You need to change yourself and write a new job description at the pace that your startup is changing, which is usually pretty darn fast. And you have to re-interview yourself. Maybe it's every 6 months, maybe it's every 12 months. It depends on your space and how quickly your startup is evolving. But generally, it follows this trajectory. And I love this slide from another entrepreneur friend of mine, Bob Tinker. He wrote, he's a serial entrepreneur. He was the founder, CEO of Mobile Iron, took it public, and he now has another startup. But he wrote this book called Survival to Thrival. And one of the key concepts in here is that to be successful, to go from 0 to 1, you start off as Davy Crockett, right? You have like the machete and you're like going through the forest and you're just doing whatever it takes. You're being that Jack or Jill of all trades, you and your co-founders. And you're the pioneer and you're blazing the trail. And it's just you because you haven't raised money yet. Then you raise your seed round and now you've got a band of superheroes who you're trying to rally. And everyone, it's like kind of a motley crew. And so you're Joan of Arc or you're Braveheart and you're like, charging and everyone's like following you and you know everybody. They know you. You're the warrior. But then at some point, your company grows to be 350 people or 500 people or 10,000 people. And you can't act like that anymore. It just like doesn't scale. You kind of have to shift your mode to a completely different personality. You have to be the architect, right? You have to think about building a system. You have to think about managing managers of managers of managers of managers. You have to be a leader. You have to do it playing both the air game and the ground game. And for me, after 11 years of that, I realized that I wasn't fit for the job. And so I transitioned myself out of the company and I passed the torch on to our COO, Mike Bosey, in 2020. And I'm still the board chair of Hearsay, but it was painful, right? It's because I didn't realize that was what was happening. But it was important in retrospect, to think about that.